Debt is one of the biggest obstacles standing between ordinary people and financial freedom. Yet millions continue believing that carrying debt for years is simply a normal part of adult life, when in reality it doesn't have to be. The frightening truth is that debt doesn't just take your money, it steals your future. Because every dollar spent on interest is a dollar that can no longer be invested, saved, or used to build the life you've always wanted. Imagine waking up every month knowing a large portion of your paycheck already belongs to banks, credit card companies, or lenders before you've even bought groceries or paid your rent, because that's the reality millions of people face every single day. The good news is that escaping debt doesn't require winning the lottery, earning a six-figure salary, or making impossible sacrifices. It simply requires understanding a few proven strategies that can dramatically speed up your journey toward financial freedom. The first step is accepting one simple truth. You can't defeat debt if you don't know exactly how much you owe. Yet many people avoid looking at their balances because facing the numbers feels uncomfortable. Instead of avoiding the problem, successful people write down every single debt they have, including credit cards, personal loans, car loans, medical bills, and any other outstanding balance, because clarity is the first step toward control. Once you know exactly what you owe, it's time to stop creating new debt, because trying to pay off old balances while continuing to spend on credit cards is like trying to fill a bucket that's leaking from the bottom. This may require changing spending habits temporarily, but every unnecessary purchase you avoid today becomes another dollar that can be used to eliminate debt much faster tomorrow. One of the most effective methods for becoming debt-free is known as the debt snowball method, where you make minimum payments on every debt but put every extra dollar toward the smallest balance first until it's completely eliminated. Every time one debt disappears, the money that was going toward the payment is rolled into the next smallest debt, creating momentum that grows larger with every balance you eliminate. The biggest advantage of the snowball method isn't mathematical, it's psychological, because seeing debts disappear one by one gives people the motivation to keep going even when the journey feels difficult. Another popular strategy is the debt avalanche method, where instead of focusing on the smallest balance, you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while continuing minimum payments on everything else. This method often saves more money over time because high-interest debt is usually the most expensive, allowing you to reduce the total amount you'll eventually pay to lenders. Whether you choose the snowball method or the avalanche method, the most important factor isn't choosing the perfect strategy, it's remaining consistent until every balance reaches zero. Another mistake many people make is only paying the minimum amount required each month, because while minimum payments keep your account in good standing, they also keep you trapped in debt for years while interest continues growing. Even adding an extra $50 or $100 toward your highest priority debt every month can shorten your repayment timeline dramatically and save thousands of dollars in interest over the life of the loan. One of the fastest ways to accelerate debt repayment is by increasing your income instead of focusing only on reducing expenses, because every extra dollar earned through overtime, freelancing, selling unused items, or a side business can go directly toward eliminating debt. Many financially successful people temporarily sacrifice weekends, evenings, or hobbies to create additional income for 1 or 2 years because they understand that short-term sacrifice can create decades of long-term financial freedom. Remember, debt isn't just a financial problem, it's often an emotional burden that creates stress, limits opportunities, and makes people feel trapped, which is exactly why eliminating it should become one of your highest financial priorities. The sooner you stop paying interest to lenders and start investing that same money into your own future, the sooner you'll realize that becoming debt-free isn't just about saving money, it's about reclaiming control over your entire financial life. Another powerful strategy for escaping debt faster is cutting expenses without feeling like you're punishing yourself. Because the goal isn't to eliminate everything you enjoy, it's to temporarily remove the spending that's quietly slowing your financial progress. Take an honest look at your monthly subscriptions, food delivery habits, impulse shopping, entertainment costs, and unnecessary upgrades, because even a few $100s saved each month can dramatically speed up your debt payoff when every extra dollar is applied to your balances. Many people underestimate the impact of small financial decisions, but spending just $10 or $20 less each day can add up to hundreds of dollars every month, allowing you to pay off debt months or even years earlier than planned. Another important habit is avoiding lifestyle inflation while you're paying off debt, because every raise, bonus, or increase in income should become an opportunity to reduce your debt instead of increasing your monthly expenses. Imagine receiving a $5,000 bonus at work and using the entire amount to eliminate high-interest debt instead of buying a new phone or taking an expensive vacation. The short-term sacrifice could save you thousands of dollars in future interest payments. If you're carrying multiple high-interest balances, it's also worth contacting your lenders to negotiate lower interest rates, because many people are surprised to discover that a simple phone call can reduce their monthly interest charges and help them become debt-free sooner. For those with strong credit, consolidating several high-interest debts into one lower-interest loan can also simplify repayment, reduce the amount of interest paid over time, and make it much easier to stay organized throughout the process. One of the biggest mistakes people make after paying off one debt is immediately replacing it with another, because becoming debt-free isn't just about eliminating balances, it's about changing the habits that created those balances in the first place. That's why building an emergency fund should become your next priority after eliminating high-interest debt, because unexpected expenses are one of the biggest reasons people fall back into borrowing after finally becoming debt-free. Even setting aside a small amount from every paycheck creates a financial cushion that allows you to handle emergencies with savings instead of credit cards, preventing the debt cycle from starting all over again. It's equally important to celebrate progress along the way, because paying off debt is a marathon, not a sprint, and recognizing every milestone helps maintain motivation during months when the finish line still feels far away. Whether you've paid off your first credit card, eliminated your smallest loan, or reduced your total debt by just 10%, every victory proves you're moving in the right direction and becoming financially stronger than you were before. One of the greatest rewards of becoming debt-free isn't just the extra money you'll have every month, it's the peace of mind that comes from knowing your paycheck belongs to you instead of your lenders. Imagine how different your life could feel if every dollar that once went toward credit card interest, loan payments, and unnecessary debt could instead be invested, saved, or used to create experiences that truly improve your future. The people who achieve financial freedom aren't necessarily the ones who earn the highest salaries. They're the ones who make consistent decisions, remain disciplined when progress feels slow, and refuse to let temporary setbacks become permanent excuses. Remember, debt is not a life sentence. It's simply a financial challenge that can be overcome with a clear plan, consistent action, and the patience to keep moving forward one payment at a time. Every extra dollar you pay today is buying something far more valuable than material possessions. It's buying freedom, flexibility, lower stress, and a future where your money works for you instead of disappearing into interest payments. The journey may not always be easy, but every payment brings you one step closer to a life where your financial decisions are driven by opportunity instead of obligation, giving you the confidence to build wealth instead of simply managing debt. Start today, stay consistent, and remember that years from now, you'll never regret the sacrifices you made to become debt-free, because the freedom waiting on the other side is worth every bit of effort. If you found today's video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every week we share practical financial strategies that help ordinary people eliminate debt, build wealth, and achieve lasting financial freedom one smart decision at a time.